Hey family, I'm back with another video, so I'm gonna just get straight into it. I want to talk about things that you probably shouldn't do after a breakup. And I got my other phone. I just want to go through what I put in my notes. The first thing that I have is waiting for closure. I think a lot of times, especially as women, we want closure. We actually want closure. We feel like we need closure. But I'm gonna tell y'all this: a lot of times closure is the breakup. You don't need to go any further. Y'all didn't make it. What more closure do you need? Because honestly, when you expect to have that last conversation, that last text, that last phone call, it honestly just opens up more wounds, and it just leaves more space for confusion, and you don't want that because post breakup, you want to do better, you want to be better, you want to feel better. And if you keep allowing this person back in, ultimately you're never going to get over them, and it's just going to get worse and worse. So that's the first thing I would say. Don't worry about closure. Closure is the actual relationship ending. You don't need any more closure than that. The next thing I would say is just hoping that they will come back. That's normal, I think, especially when you really, really love somebody. But if you know that the relationship is not healthy, you really need to try to make yourself get over them. Not saying that it has to happen super fast, but I need you to actually work towards it. Talk to yourself, affirmations. You know what I mean? Do things that are healthy for you. Eat better, drink a lot of water, go to the gym, take a walk at the park. Do stuff like that, and surround yourself with people who actually motivate you to do better. People who want to see you happy, people who understand the circumstances, and they know that you don't need to be in that situation or in that relationship. You know what I mean? And they have better things to talk about. You know what I mean? Try to put yourself in spaces that are not draining emotionally. Try to move past what you just went through. I'm not saying that it won't still be on your mind, but try to move past it for sure. Hoping that they come back. Honestly, if you don't stop your mind from going there, it's gonna get bad. And then eventually you're gonna reach out, you're gonna text, you're gonna get a call, and 9 times out of 10, they're not even gonna tell you what you really want to hear. You know what I mean? So don't do it to yourself. Checking your phone constantly. Checking your phone constantly, hoping that they text, hoping that they call. Stop it. Stop doing that. That is going to drive you insane. In order for you to get over them, you have to actually be willing to do that. And if you are constantly looking at your phone, waiting for them to text and call, well, baby, you're just gonna be waiting. Because 9 times out of 10, at that particular moment, they probably not even thinking about you for real. So why should you be investing your energy and your feelings into somebody that's probably not even on that with you? You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Try to find something better to do. Especially when you're not doing anything at all and you just sitting there and your mind is literally wandering. You got to find something productive to do. You know what I mean? I'm such an advocate of just getting up and going to the gym because it really does help. You hear people say that all the time, but that shit do help. Go to the gym, work out, feel it. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel better, but don't do that to yourself because you're just gonna make yourself anxious. And then the more you wait on that person to call, the more they are not gonna call. I promise, they're not gonna call. They're not gonna text, and you're just gonna be sitting there feeling worse than what you already did. So try to stray away from that. Now, for me, I feel like healing starts when I stopped trying to reach out. Because there had been times where I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'll be the bigger person. I'm going to reach out first because I know this person thinking about me because I'm thinking about them. First of all, that's not always true. All right? That is not always true. Second of all, you a lady. Keep it cute. You don't have to reach out. If he's thinking about you and he miss you and he wants you, let him reach out to you. Period. Now, you cannot build a future with potential. I think we all know that. And if we don't, I'm telling y'all, you cannot build a future with potential. You ask me, what is potential? Potential is just simply not enough. That is the best definition that I can give you personally. Potential is not enough. When it comes to somebody not being who you need them to be. If y'all are having open conversations, and like I said, you know, in previous videos, if they are receptive to what you are saying and how you are feeling, then I think it's worth holding on to. I had somebody ask me in the comments of one of my YouTube videos, he said, basically, how do you know when somebody is the one? How do you know if they're worth like holding on to? And I told him straight up, if the effort is mutual, keep them around, because it's like you're not the only person that's putting into that relationship. Like, y'all both trying. But if it seems like you're the only one that's going hard for this and the other person is just like, whatever, why are you there? Why are you there if you're the only one trying? Like, that makes no sense at all. At that point, you got to look at the person in the mirror. And like, that's not me talking about anybody, because honestly, I was just in a situation like that. It got to a point where I felt like I was the only one. I'm asking all the questions. I'm initiating all the tough conversations. Like, it shouldn't just have to be me. So you got to look at the situation in totality. Like, if they are not putting in just as much effort as you probably need to reconsider what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it. All the mixed signals, you know what I'm saying, the inconsistent communication, which is something that I absolutely despise with all of me. Like, I never understood how people could be in relationships where the communication is just off, whether it's just super off, or it's just non-existent, or it's just one person doing all the communicating. Like, it's not gonna work. Like, you have to have communication. It has to be effective communication. Effective communication is important. That should be on the top of the list when it comes to a relationship. Communication has to be there, and like I said, it has to be effective. You don't need to be in a situation where you feel alone. And I say that because there are a lot of people out there that are in relationships who feel so neglected in so many different ways. To be with somebody and feel emotionally neglected is just like, why am I here? You know what I mean? If you are going to feel alone while you are with somebody, all jokes aside, you probably need to just get out that relationship. You can feel alone while you're alone. It is not necessary to have somebody around and still feel alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, by any means, let them have their space. Like, you don't need to be all up on somebody every day, all day. But I'm talking about when you just feel like y'all are together just for the title. Like, there's nothing there. You're wasting your time. And if this is something that you've constantly, brought up to your partner, and you don't feel like they're listening, you're wasting your time. Don't do that. You can be by yourself and be just fine. To be honest, you don't need a relationship to feel whole. You don't. A lot of people are in relationships because they want to be in them. But if that person decides to walk out today, you still have yourself. And I mean, as cliche as that sounds, it's very much so true. And I want y'all to believe that. You don't need somebody to feel whole. And honestly, if they decide to walk out, if you do what you need to do, put in the work that you need to put in, and you feel whole, you're not even going to be thinking about a relationship. You know what I mean? And then when it does come, it's like, I want this, but it's not a necessity for me. Choosing peace over uncertainty, absolutely necessary. If you are in a situation where you just don't have clarity, again, you are wasting your time. Think about this. Why would you be with somebody and be confused about what y'all got going on? Like, I know we together, but I don't really know if we together. You know what I mean? I tell him about me and how I feel and things I got going on, but he's kind of like, a little brush offish when it comes to me, when it comes to certain things. He don't really talk to me like that. I mean, I kind of know what he got going on, but I kind of don't. You know what I mean? That's not for you. That's not for you. And why would you even feel like you have to settle for that? That goes for anybody. Like, if you're dealing with somebody and it just seems like you're dating a stranger, you're wasting your time. Wasting your time. You're better off by yourself. You don't have to deal with that. And last but not least, stop taking people back who keep teaching you the same lesson over and over again. Do you notice that every time you decide to spin the block, this person do you the same way? And I'm telling y'all, each time it get worse and worse. And like, you're thinking like, okay, this time is going to be different. This time is going to be different. And it's not. It's not going to be different. You know why? Because it's never different. You're wasting your time. And sometimes I honestly think, because I know for me, if I am so emotionally invested in somebody, I would rather try with them over and over again versus me trying to just start with somebody new, because it's a process. You gotta get to know them. You gotta get to know their habits. You gotta get to know it's just a lot. And it's like, okay, well, okay, maybe me and this person can work it out. But I'm telling y'all, a lot of times, whether you know it or not, that's settling. That's settling, and it's almost saying you don't believe that you can have, or that you're worthy of something that's meaningful, something real. It's almost like you kind of just giving up on yourself when you keep accepting that, because you keep letting this person back and they keep doing the same thing. That probably means it's not meant to be. Don't believe the hype. Oh, if it leaves and come back, it's not. Stop believing that, because in some cases that may be true, but in yours it's not. That's why you watching this video. Let it go. Let it go. And I promise you it's gonna be okay. You know that you are worthy of something more meaningful. I know that, you know that. So at this point, you have to be willing to let it go. Let that go, so whatever is meant can come. Like when they say, like, sometimes you block your own blessings, that's so true. How is the person that's truly meant for you gonna find you, or even have access to you, if you keep having the wrong person there? And you'll never even be able to see them the way that you should, because you are so focused on somebody that just should not be there, or should have been gone a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, and people are only going to do what you let them. So if you keep letting that person come back, then they're going to. Like, we hear that all the time, but like, I don't think we really be listening. Like, that is so true. People are only going to do what you allow them to do. So you got to really just be willing to want something different. You know what I'm saying? So that is how I feel. That's my spill for the day. Do me a favor, make sure you like, share, and comment on this video. And next time we talk, it'll be about something similar, but I'm gonna update y'all. But I appreciate y'all watching. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. You my one and only.